Welcome back to everyone's favorite segment, Game Picks. Now, we are getting into the final few weeks of the regular season, which means teams are getting desperate for those playoff spots, which means great games and harder picks. For someone other than me, of course, because if you take a look at my record, I'm still going strong, despite the Chicago Bears giving my first L for Game Picks, and I did predict the Lions would score 24 points in a losing effort, so that gives me half a perfect game. But enough of all that, let's get right into the Game Picks. And we're going to start off with a special edition of NFL football as the Carolina Panthers travel to Lambeau to take on the Green Bay Packers tomorrow. The Panthers are going in short staff, missing star do-it-all-back Christian McCaffrey and Teddy Bridgewater leaving his high play in about 3 weeks in the past. But the most important player or players is going to be the Packers O-line, with the Packers D-line being feast or famine. So expect no sacks or 5 sacks. But it is no secret that no one can cover Davante Adams. And the Panthers don't exactly have a shutdown corner. So Rodgers will have all day to throw, and you know that's going to lead to some fireworks early. So the Packers continue their push for a number 1 seed and win 40-24. And we got another game on the docket in an NFC North throwdown as the Chicago Bears are traveling to play the Minnesota Vikings. Now, as much as it pains me to say this, the Bears have been playing very well, scoring at least 30 points in the last 2 games. Meanwhile, the Vikings haven't broken 30 points since Week 10. This is a tough game to call because it is strength on strength, with the Vikings run game featuring Dalvin Cook going up against the Bears run defense with Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Roquan Smith, and Danny Trevathan. These are 2 of those desperate teams I mentioned because they are both fighting for 1 playoff spot. And a big part of playoff teams is the kicking game. And for that reason, I picked the Bears to finally win a game as they stay in the hunt with a 27-23 win. And finally, we're going to move on to our own home state team in the Lions, who mathematically are still in the playoff hunt, but it doesn't look good for Detroit as they are banged up everywhere, with Kenny Golladay already being ruled out, Stafford being questionable, and injuries all over the O and D line. And one of their players has a fractured jaw, for crying out loud. I didn't even know that was a thing. The Titans have Derrick Henry, who enjoys running, enjoys hitting people while he runs. Meanwhile, the Lions have been improving, but they are just too banged up, in my opinion, even if they did have Stafford. And with a solid ground and pound attack from the Titans, the Lions will fall 17-30.